people always ask me, what happened to you and how did you overcome what you've been through? The title of the message that I've been given is Transforming the Walls into Doors. I know that there are 1 billion people going hungry today. I know that this year 1 million people will commit suicide. And I've seen the top of the pyramid as far as business and met the billionaires. And I've also met orphans. We're all looking for something. We're all looking for hope. Hope you can't just have just because you were born with hope. No, we're born with pain. We're born and live through difficulties. So wherever I go, I talk about the value of life. The greatest thing is love. When we feel like we don't have enough love and we don't have enough hope, we start losing strength to live. The world is a hurting place, and the world needs hope, and the world needs love. Without hope, we feel like, why are we here? Well, today, I still have no arms, no legs. But everything's changed. Everything. For me, I was looking for hope and happiness, and I couldn't see it for many years. In fact, if this side of the table represents my hope, truth encourages me to become all that I can be. But then we have lies every day coming in our mind, people who discourage us. You know the people that you have in your life who, no matter how good of a day you're having, they'll bring you down. Or no matter how bad of a day you're having, they'll bring you even lower. You know what I'm talking about? Think of the 3 biggest discouragers in your life. They're not your biggest discouragers. You are. You are. It only takes 3 seconds for me to tell you something discouraging. But then you may never forget my words. I've met so many 50-year-old women and 40-year-old women who still remember what their fathers told them that they wish they never heard. Words are powerful. When you hear those words and then your mind starts growing with these lies. Nick, you're not good enough. Nick, just give up. Nick, you're never going to get a job. You won't get married. You can't even hold your wife's hand. What kind of a father are you going to be if you can't even pick up your kids when they're crying? You're alone. Sure, your parents hug you, but their hugs can't heal you. Just give up. Just give up. Just give up. At age 8, I thought that I should commit suicide. Why? Because I didn't have hope. I thought I didn't have hope. Today you can see that I had hope. What's the word? Believing in something you do not see. Faith. Words can only do so much. Hugs can do much more than words. But when hugs can't do anything, that's where faith kicks in.
I didn't tell anybody my idea for 1 whole year. And it's very important to tell the people that can help move your idea forward. But I didn't share it for validation purposes. And no one had shared that with me. It was sort of a gut feeling. But ideas are the most vulnerable in their infancy, the moment you have them. And this is the moment that we always want to turn to a friend, a coworker, a husband, and tell somebody the idea. Well, the minute you tell somebody the idea, ego has to get involved. And then you end up spending all of your time defending it and explaining it rather than pursuing it. So I feel like more than anything, the reason why I'm not still selling fax machines is because I kept it a secret for 1 whole year. And all my friends and family can tell you, they would say is, Sarah's working on some crazy invention. We don't know what it is. And after 1 year, I sat them all down. I said, okay, guys, it's footless pantyhose. I mean, you should have seen their faces, like, what? And out of love and concern, I heard, if it's such a good idea, why hasn't somebody else done it? And sweetie, if it is such a good idea, you'd use your life savings, then the big guys might knock you out of the water in 6 months. And until I'd invested this much of myself in this, I think if I had heard that a year ago when I cut the feet out of my pantyhose that day, I'd still be selling fax machines.
I'm back, family. Did you miss me? If you're new to the Impact Secret Podcast show, welcome to the family. To my existing family, thank you for joining as always. On this podcast show, we shift the mindset through personal development and business. I am your humble host, ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means Ed. Now, pull up to the dinner table. I got some stories to tell. You know the slogan by Mr. Fisk. Never rest in the middle, always rest in the end. On today's show, I hope that you get 3 Impact Secret values. The first Impact Secret value is learn about controlling your negative thoughts. Learn about controlling your negative thoughts. Protecting value tip number 2, protecting your ideals and value point number 3, search for your meaning in life. Keep fighting for the value of life. Again, search for the meaning in life and keep fighting for the value of life. Well, family, let's get into today's show. I think it's going to be a hot one. Let's do it. First of all, family, I hope you enjoyed those 2 clips. One of the first clip was Nick, and his story real quick is he's a gentleman that doesn't have any arms or legs, and to me, in my humble opinion, has a more positive outlook on life with people that have their arms and legs. And so I admired that, and I captured that video, and I was like, wow, that audio was really amazing. So I had to share that with the family. And the second one is Sara Blakely, the lady that created the pantyhose without any feet in them. So the reason why I was engaged in that particular video was due to the fact of what I liked about it is that of protecting the ideal. So today's show is entitled How to Stop Negative Thoughts, the process of protecting your ideals. Again, how to stop negative thoughts, the process of protecting your idea. You see, family, this is something that has been extremely challenging for me. I'm one of those people that when I learn something, I want to help people that are friends and family, even if they're not friends and family, coworker, we're having a dialogue and we're talking about something. I get excited about the aspect of when I learn something to be able to teach someone else and show someone else how to actually do it. And what is amazing is what I'm learning, especially just listening to that audio clip that I extracted from the video. It really woke me up, family. And the reason why I say it woke me up is because it taught me that a lot of times in life, people are not really truly ready to make the change. They're not really ready to make the shift that is required. I was sitting here prior to getting prepped and ready for the show, while I was working out. After I worked out, I was tired, and because I get up early in the morning to fit everything in a compact schedule that I have, as far as I got to get everything done, and then of course I still have a full-time job. And I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I said, if somebody told you that this is what is required to do, this is what is required to be successful in 40 days, do you think you can commit to it? And I was like, yeah. See, a lot of times, family, I have a lot of conversations with myself, so don't judge me. Maybe, y'all might think that you might want to put me in a suit pretty soon, that where, that suit where both of your arms come around yourself and you end up hugging yourself. You know what I'm talking about. And they put you in a quiet room and they feed you quiet drugs. But no, family, don't do that to me just yet. I'm not there yet. What I'm saying is that the whole thing of it is that I was just thinking there to myself. I was like, I don't think I've been working hard enough. I think, no, I haven't really been what they consider lazy, but I know there's aspects in my life that I need to go harder at. But where I'm going with this information, family, is the whole point of protecting your ideas or things you want to do in life. And it kind of almost teared me up in a minute, because I started thinking back to a lot of things that I said I wanted to do, and I shared that information with friends and family, and it really went to a place. I mean, I just almost, kind of got choked up there, but it bothered me because I allowed the outside influence to get inside of me, and it was a real interesting situation. When I went to get a master's degree, the gentleman that actually enrolled me, he said to me, he said, yeah, I thought about doing this myself, of going to obtain my master's. He said, but, I've been busy with time and everything like that. And so one day I seen him in the hallway, and he said, yeah, I started the journey. And I said, oh, congratulations. Now in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, how are you going to be a counselor to enroll people, to get people excited about doing the programming? You don't even want to do the program. But he said something to me that threw me off. He said, well, man, I didn't know it was this hard. He said, they require a lot out of you. And he said, I don't know if I can do this. He said, do you think you're going to be able to continue doing this? All the things we're going to have to do. And I said, well, I don't have a plan B. You see, the reason why I'm here is because what I was communicated and what I was told is that to get to the next position within the organization that I was at that particular time is that they require someone with an advanced degree. And so because I knew that, I was going to do that. So when I started down that path of obtaining this advanced degree, some of the people that and they didn't know what they were saying. So I want to make sure that I articulate this properly. They didn't understand what they were saying. And so because they didn't understand what they were saying, they were saying, well, hey man, why, won't you come and hang out with us and go to and I was like, no, I can't. I got to read this book. I got homework and, I got all of these things to do. It's like, I mean, you got a job that's paying your bills. So why do you need to keep working on, why would you go and get another degree? You already have one. So it doesn't make sense to get another degree and incur further debt. And he said, they were like, just, give up on the program. Who stays up late at night and goes through the trials and tribulations for a hope or a potential of maybe a career advancement or for further growth? And it was at times where I was thinking, maybe they're right. When I'm sitting there and I'm trying to type out this paper, a 25-page paper that was due, and I had everything typed up. And then the next day I was going to go back and edit it, and my phone rang, and I went to grab it, and when I went to grab it, the laptop fell off my lap, and when I picked it back up, the paper was gone. I'll say that again. The paper was gone. This is a paper that I have been working on for weeks, and it was gone. And at that moment, I had to make a conscious decision. I had to decide if I really just wanted to give up and quit. But I kept remembering those thoughts of what people were saying to me about, why would you even want to keep doing this? Who writes a 25-page? When will you ever have to write a 25-page paper? And what they didn't realize, it really wasn't about the actual paper. It was about the journey that you're going to go through with the paper. You see, family, what we do in life is that when people, tell us things that we're not able to do, in our mind, if we don't use those things effectively, it's going to be a curse against us. And when I mean a curse, I am talking about from a standpoint of when you hit a roadblock, those negative things that people were saying starts pouring out. I know somebody is going to agree with me right now, is that when those negative things start pouring out, this is when resilience and hope and everything that you can possibly conjure up. I don't care if it's searching for your why. I don't care if you need to go look at, at your wife, your child, your dog, whatever is that meaning for you. You have to dig deep and pull it out of you. Every certain things works for certain people. For me, when I am challenged like that, when people tell me, oh, you can't do that, or no, you shouldn't be doing that. And either, sometimes my stubbornness, I always say this, my stubbornness is a gift and a curse, because sometimes I don't even know when someone tells me I can't do something, I will put myself through mental and physical exhaustion to prove them wrong. And that's not good energy, they say, to run off of, but it works for me. I'm sorry, it really does. And I don't know what works for you, family, but what you have to understand is that people are excited to tell you what you can't do and what you can do. And the thing about it is they don't know, or maybe they assume they know based on what they experience. See, their limited beliefs will always be placed upon you. See, if you ever thought about, going into entrepreneurship, whether that's working a full-time job, and, like for me, I work a full-time job as well as I'm in the reselling business and also in marketing. So I do that because I'm always constantly wanting to sharpen my mind, develop skill sets in which allow me, if something happens, especially with this pandemic, as you guys seen with the pandemic, it just showed me nothing is really guaranteed when you are employed by somebody. And it's not a knock or negativity on a company. Business is business at the end of the day. And if business is business at the end of the day, why wouldn't you work on yourself so you can bring a newfound skill set if you wanted to work for somebody, back to that job while you're laid off. Sometimes, a lot of times when things happen to us, instead of looking at what you could be doing, for instance, if you were laid off, and while you were laid off during that time, why wouldn't you just take time to work on a skill set which could, give you options? A lot of times we are afraid to create options for ourselves because of the comfortability of being comfortable, because learning something new is not easy. It's not fun because of the trials and tribulations you have to deal with. So when you are searching through life and trying to find your purpose, trying to find things that get you excited, that passion, it's a fight, family. I am still into that fight today because right now I am doing something that I've been wanting to do forever. And that was creating a show. And I found every reason, I'll get started. Like I started recording in my car on my phone, and my goal was I'll record the audio and then I'll basically upload it onto YouTube. I would record the audio in my car, but I wouldn't do anything with it. And then I started, a YouTube channel, and then I would record the audio and create like I'll say cartoon or something like effect through a program that I was using. And I posted for 30 days straight, a video a day, and then I stop. And see, that's the thing, is just the starting and stopping. And why I kept starting and stopping is because I allowed I allowed a lot of outside noise, and a lot of that noise was really internal too, because I had to break the limited beliefs. Like, will anybody listen? Is there a way that I can monetize this where, not only am I just providing value to friends and family, but I'm also providing value for myself by doing the research and looking through information. So family, I'm not going to make this a long show, but because I want to make sure that you understand the value points here. When you are going through life and you made it a decision, when I'm talking about a decision that no matter what, you're going to invest financially, you're going to invest emotionally and physically to get whatever you are getting excited about, just know, keep it a hush. Be quiet and just work in quietness. And when you work in quietness and then you come forward and say, this is what I produce, regardless, at that point, like Sarah said, if she would have known what she knew at the beginning of her process, she may have given up. So that's why, family, you have to make sure that when you're working in quiet, and it's going to be tough, you're going to have to remain quiet until you get to a point of confidence of saying, this is it. This is what you should be doing. You know you were built and born for this, but you just have to work on the skill set to make sure that it can happen. Family, this has been the show today. I just wanted to get you going at the middle of your week and to ensure you that it's up to you to make the decision if you want to be great. No one can dictate your greatness, and stop allowing someone to dictate your greatness, because there's no way that anybody can stop you if you made your mind up, because a made up mind is a mind that's determined. It's a mind that has a unresolved meaning. Until I complete this mission, I will not give up. So family, keep moving forward. Keep doing what you need to do. I'm here for you 5 days a week to give you that work, to give you that value, and I hope it's changing your life. I have been your humble host, ED, and this has been the Impact Secret Podcast Show. I'm out.